Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, I'm Ned from NASDAQ Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and us basement dwelling internet dwellers, we love cards. My kids love cards too. They particularly like the Pokemon cards, so I'm only going to be opening one of them, and the other three, we're going to get together, we're going to open ourselves, and then we're going to trade. That's right. That's right. I'll open this one now. Now, cards seem to be an important part of, geez, like freaking human history, I swear. As soon as the printed press became a thing, like the Gutenberg press, then everyone started getting interested in little images that could get spread around. Oh, I was not expecting. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute. Oh, I love how cute and bubbly. And I got a shiny. They have so many shiny ones these days that I don't even think they're actually worth anything. I don't even recognize any of these Pokemon. Okay, the Staryu I recognize. So I was in Pokemon. I was into Pokemon Blue when I was little, and I thought it was so cool. I thought, yeah, and then the next one came, like not gold, but the other one, what was it, diamond or something like that? And I was, and then one of the Pokemon was like a balloon on a stick. And I was like, no, I'm not the target audience to this. But man, you get a kid that gets one of these, they flash, and like, oh my god, I love it so much because it flashes, and for that one instant, they'll feel like they got something such great value, and they're like, oh yes, yes, and then they'll probably lose it, and then it'll get dropped on the floor, and then this, that, and the other thing. Okay, so there's different tests to see if these are authentic. I wonder if it's the same in. Well, you're supposed to be able to do a bend test with magic. I go, touch it, and then bring it back, and there shouldn't be any damage. It should be able to go back. Let's see. Maybe we should open some magic ones next. Anyways, yeah, magic you can get at the dollar store. It's interesting what you can get at the dollar store. I bought these particular ones. I meant to go to the Steve's, the comic store. So I didn't get any. It wasn't open. I'm gonna open a pack anyways, a little bit of retail therapy going on here. But what's interesting about these cards is they seem to be part of an artificial scarcity idea, like the diamonds, the Vries diamonds. They made it so that diamonds were rare, even though they're not actually rare at all. Diamonds can be they're uncommon. They're uncommon, but they bought the supply so much that everyone thinks that they're super rare. Now, what they did with these cards was they created something like diamonds that people would want to invest in. I swear, some of these I could just go through just for the art. This one particularly. I wish I could blow that up and put it on my wall. But then you get some that are just so bad. Like that one's okay, and you get some that are just so bad. You're like, why? Why? Okay, so with the magic cards, you get the black border. It's harder to keep them in good repair, right? And the rare ones have different colors. And if you get that, it's like a super rare thing. That I think it means like, I think that means it's an ultra rare or something. The fact that I'm pulling that out of a dollar store pack kind of makes me wonder about the entire market. I gotta say, how much did I pay for this? Oh, I like that. I like that art. Legit, sometimes even when I wasn't playing Magic, I pick up packs at the dollar store just to check out the art. This is $1.50 a pack, but okay, so the art is great, but it's also very remarkable that they make their own thing that has an artificial scarcity. But not only that, but they make the rules so that you have to buy new cards if you want to enter the tournament. Then you have to purchase the new cards, and old cards will work in old cards, new will work in new. There's legacy, there's new, but the new ones are being overprinted so much that just the fact that I got so many good cards in this $1.50 pack is making me feel like these newer cards are like, oh, what should I call it? Wait, did I? No. That these newer kinds of cards are like Pokemon in that you have a difficult time not getting a shiny card. Like, yeah, I got that. Like, look, I opened this. Opened this for what, $1.50, $1.25. I get four of them, and I got one shiny, and I'm not even sure if that shiny one is rare or just shiny to begin with. Also, you should look right here to see if it says first edition. The first edition ones are worth the money. So for $1.25 in Magic, I got I'm just gonna say what, rare or super rare, because we got the one, and then ultra also rare, also somewhat rare because they're not black. Yada 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 yada. Another one, another one. I feel like I've done pretty good with this pack for a buck 50. I'll show you what I got from the one that I got just the other day. We got another one of the stars. Yeah. One sec. Let's see if I got the same good pull. No, I just got really lucky with that one pack. Okay. I like that I got lucky with one pack and the other one I didn't. Because if they were all as good as the last one, I would legitimately be a little bit concerned about Magic. Now, one thing I want to bring out about cards is there's certain cards that'll just tell you a story, or perhaps will have been from a story, or they're a little bit of a story, and if in and of themselves will have a little bit of nuance. I want to look further into the story within the dark, but this was always one of my favorite cards because of the story behind it. The Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth had stood in the town square for centuries, but only the pigeons knew its secret. I always loved that because that's just like the truth of life. It's right under our nose. We just don't know how to look for it. I'm sure if you've heard a lot of Eastern Buddhist kinds of beliefs, you know what I'm talking about. This one I actually pulled from the pack of not the dark, but what was it, Antiquities or whatever. I was the idiot that put the pop can on it. I don't care. I love it. I love that I have this card, and I keep it here just because I like to have it. And having these cards just makes me happy. Like the Ivory Tower is one that keeps coming up with me in life because you get people that are at the top of Ivory Towers that act like they know everything because they can see everything. But just because they can see everything doesn't mean that they really know everything. And Karn, because I am a tech guy, and who doesn't like, what tech guy doesn't like the idea of an artifact having more humanity than humans? Man, I seen a spider with more humanity than some humans. My dad was tearing apart a board, and the whole board was brrr, and mommy was holding her clutch of eggs, and God, basically, we looked like gods to her. We could have, but no, she was gonna protect her eggs. There's sometimes you see humanity in things that aren't human, and that's beautiful. I'm not going to open these because I'm going to open them with my kids, and we're going to have the experience. We're going to get the packs and everything. Anyways, now this next part, this is interesting. We got Yu-Gi-Oh! 30 cards for $4. One sec. All right, we got packs of Yu-Gi-Oh! For $4.50. We got 30 of them. I believe that makes it about 10 cents a card, more or less. I don't recognize any of them. I knew Yu-Gi-Oh! Vaguely because I sold them for a short period of time. Is it just me or these borders change? I guess it's okay if the borders change as long as nothing else does. Don't recognize any of these. I wonder if that's I don't even know anymore if that's a famous one or if that's just a regular one that just happens to have like a shiny output on it. Now I gotta say the art in Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never really been as good as it was for Magic. I'm kind of sad that I can't get Digimon cards because Digimon cards has some have the artist on them has some really he has some different ideas, some different things. Zolga, the prophet. That's almost like Zolgo, the one that waits behind the wall. Dragon. Red Eyes. Red Eyes Retro Dragon? Is that like Red Eyes Black Dragon kind of thing? I don't even know anymore. It's been so long since I knew a little. I knew the first two series, right? Oh, okay, that's a pretty neat image. You know what I miss seeing at the dollar stores or secondhand stores? Oh, that looks pretty cool. Could you imagine? That looks pretty cool. Anyways, what I miss from the secondhand stores. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute. Oh, who would want to send that out to a fight? Oh, who would want to send that out? He would get annihilated and he looks so adorable. Anyways, yeah, I was into the first two series. Oh, I got two of the same card. Heck you. Huh. Magic Key Musket. Okay. All right. All right. Now, one fun thing that they do here in these sometimes is they make a story that runs through different cards. I love it. Okay, so for $4, 30 cards, you get two of these things together. I wonder if that would. I think that would get you a good play. I think you have to have 60 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh. So that means if you spent $10 used, you would get an amount of cards that. That's not a bad. It could be worse. It could be worse. It definitely could be worse. Anyways, let's look at the Magic Innistrad Crimson Vow, $5. Let's see what we get in here, because I'm pretty sure that how these work is you get one rare, one uncommon, and one of Stacy's mom's phone numbers. Steffler's mom, sorry. Ooh, I like that. Shiny Mountain. I think everyone loves Shiny Mountains. Oh, that is a cool looking card. Like legit, the art on that one's off the shelf. Sometimes they get art that is CG. Oh, that art is nice. That is, sorry, that is nice. That is not what I was expecting to see. Whoa! Whoa, I might have to open more of these packs just to see this art. Okay, I'm wow, that's some art. I wonder if some of these you couldn't sell at the dollar store. Legit. Because, like, for example, this one's going to haunt my dreams. There's one Dungeons and Dragons card that is a bunch of zombies that are like cut in half, Vikings or something, and they're just skeletals and they're coming down the mountain. I don't think you'd be able to have that in a dollar store pack. And these things just coming down the mountain and in autumn, just terrifying, just terrifying. Angel Soldier. Soldier Boy. Okay, so we got a rare. So that's the rare because of the thing. Infantry. Okay, we got another Innocent Traveler. Black Innocent Traveler? That doesn't make sense. At the beginning of your upkeep, any opponent may sacrifice creature if he does not transform. Oh, it's a transformer. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yep, okay. Oh, becoming vampire. Yep. Flying whenever you move one or more. Let's do. Okay. Jeez, they're just handing out the gold these days, aren't they? Whoa. Okay, so Magic is suffering from the same thing that a lot of other cards and whatnot suffer from. That is fascinating, though. I'm sorry, I gotta take that in. There are definitely a lot of card markets that take advantage of making sure that the next bunch out are more powerful than the last bunch out, so that you'll definitely want to get more. What is this? Replace a double face card. Oh, replace a double face card. I get. Yeah, that makes sense. Geez, it really sets you up with everything in here. This is a really thoughtful kind of booster, especially for $5. Flying. When Wandering Mind enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among it and put it into your hand. The rest of it, put them on the bottom. So that's just a creature that gives you an excuse to get. Look at that. Sorry. I mean, like, look at that art. Look at that art. That is something. That is legitimately something. That is legitimately something. Anyways, so that was 5, and those were $1.50. I'm blown away. I gotta say, flat out, I'm blown away by the level of cards that I found in both packs. I got to say, but particularly in the pack I just got, and as far as art goes, yeah. But like at the same time, this isn't exactly art that I can appreciate and put up on a shelf. And it's not like I can consider this an investment. The old school's an investment, maybe a little bit of an investment, but like legitimately it's dollar store stuff. Not exact. This is a Timmy investment. It's a Timmy investment. But if you get a pack and if you keep it sealed, it's what's called a derivative. And then if you have a derivative, it means you don't know what's in there and nobody knows what's in there. And it could be, a Mox Ruby, a Mox Pearl, whatever you want, whatever your heart has desired in the recent past. Yeah. Yeah. Most packs won't actually be worth Yeah, most packs aren't actually worth opening. If you keep them in the pack, you're fine. There's a lot of people I know that actually manage to get Mox Rubies or like really expensive cards by offering people like a pack of cards for that rare card. It's a gamble. This whole thing is a gamble, and I'm almost a little bit surprised that they let kids away with it, that they let it happen. Because, like, legitimately, this is something like a gamble. How is this different than loot crates? Let's take a second and talk about that. How is this different from loot crates? I mean, you put money down, you know you're gonna get something. You don't know exactly what you're gonna get, but you have the ability. Legit though, guys, what's the difference between this and loot crates? So let's talk about what happened in the 90s. In about 92, actually 1989 on to 92, cards exploded in popularity. Not exactly sure what triggered it, but I know it was about the time that Wayne Gretzky came around, and everyone had to have a Wayne Gretzky card. I remember going to the corner store and seeing, oh, I got a pack, awesome. Oh, guys, I'm so happy. I got a 91-92 deck NHL hockey upper deck. Man, that makes me feel so happy. And that's one of the big things I want to point out when it comes to these cards. Most of the time, the most important thing is just how you're going to feel when you get these. When you open them, when you get it, when you hold it in your hand and you're like, yes, yes, I have this. That makes me very happy. And if it sparks something in your soul, just hold it there. Hold on to that because you only get that so often. And then appreciate it. Appreciate it. Most of these aren't going to be worth anything. But the feeling that you get is lovely. And hold it. Don't ruin it by being like, oh, it's going to be worth $1 million. I have to treat it like a baby and then be all anxiety ridden about it. No, just enjoy them. Enjoy them. I'm so happy with that, with what I got in there. Actually, I got a second one. I was really hoping I was going to get an original pack. And I am so happy with what I got there. Because I usually get stuff like this. You get the 100 sleeves, the 5 cards. Okay, I know who those guys are. Bo Jackson. Ty Domi. All those fun stuff. Yeah, but this, I'm going to keep this in the pack, and I'm really happy with that. Looks like 50 bucks sealed gets you... 50 bucks gets you a sealed box, okay. It just makes me feel young is all. Now last up, we have to talk about this officially licensed hybrid trading card. This is an NFT. There's a lot of people that says is ultimately a big scam because it sounds like the entire thing is going to be going down very shortly. So everyone's about the Bitcoin. Everyone's trying to find ways that you can use Bitcoin to pull money from the market, from the Timmies, and move it to the Chads and the people with all the money. And Bitcoin seems to be a great way to do it. There's a lot of people saying that this is out and out a scam. I've noticed that these cards are hitting the dollar store, so I wouldn't recommend purchasing them as an investment, but as an interesting little thing that you can enjoy for yourself. Absolutely. And so it's interesting how much air they have in the box. For chips, I understand. For stuff like this, I don't understand so much. I mean, you need the nitrogen in the chips. But for this stuff, it's a little bit different. Anyways, for $4, you get 58 cards and guaranteed 10 hollows. Let's open this up and see what we have. Batman, Legends of the Dark Knight. Yep. And then you get the cowl. Ooh, Gardner's not very happy there. He's gonna get ya. Strife? I prefer the Marvel Strife. Oh, it's pretty cool. I'm Batman. This is Robin. Yeah. And this is my kitty cat friend, Flash. Go, go, Power Rangers. Yeah. So the idea is you take your card. All right. Get the card. Take your Scanatron. Boom. Oh man, they always look so much worse, the screen with my fingerprints. But you see all that wee confetti stuff? That's supposed to be part of the experience. The palm of your hand. Yeah, that's right. That is the palm of my hand. That's accurate. Now, this is something I really hate within the app itself. They want more and more of your information. So like, oh, hey, you did a thing, so claim your reward. And they're like, oh, you have to finish your onboarding achievements. And I think they want a phone number or a credit card information. I remember going through it and not being comfortable giving the information that they were asking for. So I legitimately feel like these tiered scanning things is just another way of them getting some benefit from you. And in that, there can be almost a vampiric type of trade going on here. Sometimes when they sell you these cards, they are insinuating that there's a value, that the price of these cards are going to go up. But that's not the case. These things, for the most part, are collectible, especially these days. The only valuable ones are the ones that were around originally when no one was actually playing with these things. For example, way back in the day when this particular card was created, in Antiquities, I think, people would get these together. They wouldn't put them in sleeves. Sleeves are maybe unconscionable for a lot of these guys. And they'd shuffle them, and in shuffling them, you would easily destroy them, usually the borders. But then some cards like this, some people just had no use for, and they put them aside because that those ones would be valuable. So I'm saying I wouldn't put all of these away and expect to make money off of them, that's for sure. But I'm pretty sure that's about it for me, folks. Out of all of this, I'm happiest with this deck of cards. I'm happiest with it being just this deck. I don't even know who any of the people are on the inside. I'm not going to get a Wayne Gretzky. That'd be the only one I'd care about. But the fact that I have this pack of cards makes me very happy. And, sometimes it's not about the value, about what it is to other people. It's your personal value, and there's going to be things that are going to be worth more to you than they would be worth to other people. And you got to remember which ones of those they are. You're not going to have a lot of them, and you're not going to have the money for all of them, but it's good to remember the things that make you happy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me, Neff from Nest Tech. But like and subscribe if you like this stuff. It's always appreciated. And as always, folks, take care of each other, will ya? Catch us later.